Well, we have some new cards coming in, or have come in. It's that time of the week again, every 2 to 3 days we get these new bugs. Oh, 4 new bug cards. What do we got? Alright, let my Weevil Underwood out. Scarab Beetle, I'm already super happy with this. Ancient Idra cards gain plus 10 power. A 325. This is decent. This is not a bad card. It's nothing special. And it's have, not gain. So I feel like that means that it's only for the turn. But it's great. I actually really like this. This is really good. If the energy meta gets reeled in a bit by nerfing those cards, this card will definitely be something we can see being played. Egypt's been getting some good support and is probably currently the best of the history cards. So, well, except for maybe those 2 grease cards that are, in the meta. But this is still good. I like this. It's a good start. What do we got next? The Jewel Beetle. Ugh, that is... You know what? It's fitting. It's a Jewel Beetle. It's nothing too special. That energy to power ratio is atrocious. It may as well just be a 1-drop. This would still be bad if it cost 1. But, 1 good, 1 bad. That's interesting. What do we got next? Thick-headed fly. A 426. Once again, we disappoint ourselves. Look, this costs 1 more than the Scarab Beetle. Oops, ignore that. Costs 1 more than Scarab Beetle and has only 1 more power. It's just not doing so well. Lastly, a cockroach. If you lose the turn this is played, gain 4 energy. I don't know where to start with this one. 752. Look, that's on par. It's a column with no effect. You shouldn't be trying to lose. This isn't anything special. This card is just that, a common, has no effect. If you lose the turn, it's really cheap. It gives you back some energy. I don't know who that is. It's not bad per se. It's just not very good. We have a lot of cards that require you to lose the turn, which makes them inconsistent. Honestly, it's really well designed in the sense that we want cards to be, average and then really good sometimes. And thinking about this the way I was thinking about Scarab Beetle, in the way that if you're not playing the current meta, which this card is worthless as is Scarab Beetle in the current meta game, but if you're thinking ahead to what we're assuming is going to be a nerf of the current meta, where the game becomes more diverse, this becomes really good. And I'm hoping that this does get more play. Cockroaches are good in that sense. It's a notable insect, so it's something that would be really cool to have in the meta, as would Scarab Beetle. Oh, it looks cool. I really want to get one. Someone trade me a Scarab Beetle just so I can see what it looks like in color, because so far I'm hype. Looks cool. I hope it's got the blue and the shiny and all that. Cockroach is less cool, but still very known insects. So it's good to see it in the game. And hopefully it can see play, because I do like the concept of a very balanced card that is sometimes good, rather than, what we've got currently, where we've got these cards that are just already extremely good, and then it doesn't matter if you get their effect or not. Like this one here, obviously you want its effect, but it's still better than your average 1-drop without it, sort of thing. I'm sure there's better examples, like if we go to Thunderstorms, for example. Thunderstorms is a great example. A 436 is actually really good. Like a 436 on its own is already above what you want, and then the effect is amazing. That effect alone is worth 4 energy. We can see that in a lot of other cards, that 4 energy is the equivalent of 1 energy per turn. You see it in Sloth. that extra 30 power is equal to roughly 4 energy. Then you see it in Mirror, which again is a 140, and it gives you -4 energy next turn, pretty much the same as what I was saying with Sloth. I think there's another 1-drop. What do we got? Energy twice. There's another 1-drop that does the same sort of thing, not this. I'm sure it's here somewhere. But you know what I mean, right? Like it's not coming up. I think it's a 5. Oh, yes, of course. Nuclear power is the same thing. It's a 110 with the 1 energy per turn, which costs that extra 4. So that's where that math comes from, that an energy per turn is worth 4 energy or roughly 30 power. Because, you know, a 540 is good, honestly. So, yeah, that's where that comes from. But, yeah, overall, this set isn't awful. It's just that it's going to take some time before those cards are meta relevant. What are we getting for this set? I would like to know what new bugs are, what new cards are put in. Because it says, you know, dogs, mammals, and some exclusive cards, I believe. Previously limited cards. I'm not sure what those previously limited cards will be. I have no hunches or ideas of what they could be, but we'll see.